order Monday, February the 2nd, 2026. I will say the prayer. Commissioner Gordon, if you would lead us in the pledge, please. Lord, we just thank you so much for all your many blessings on this county. We pray that you would just continue to lead, guide, and direct us, and you direct our footsteps, Father, and help us to follow. We pray that you would be with each one that's here tonight and watch over them. Pray that you would continue to bless this county like you have for so many years. We ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first item is adoption of the agenda. I'll open the floor. I don't have any corrections. Does anybody else have anything they need to?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of January 5th. Oh, excuse me, the agenda.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks.
Yes.
Next item is approval of the minutes from our regular meeting, January 5th, 2026. We've all had a chance to look over those. I make a motion that we approve the minutes as is.
I'll second it.
Any questions, comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
Under presentations and announcements, Mr. Sean O'Quinn, I guess Mike's not going to make it.
No, so I owe you guys a couple of apologies. One, Mike's not here. We had a miscommunication on the night, and he is on his way to Atlanta for a doctor's appointment. Second thing is that you were going to have a really nice fancy packet like this, which he has, but those are sent with him in Atlanta.
On the way to Atlanta.
Yes, so I actually have a copy of what really is nuts and bolts, which is very small, so I hope you brought your glasses. But before we get into that, I do want to mention a couple things. Mike did send me a few notes that he wanted me to make sure that y'all knew about. Of course, Mike, that's what he does. So he wanted to make sure that I mentioned that your claims were about $550,000 less this year than the prior year, 24. Your loss ratio improved from 77% to 71%, which is really good. We shoot for 78. Your membership enrollment was up from 164 to 176, so you've added employees to the health insurance, which normally helps. So because the more you spread the risk out, the better it is for your policy. All Health Choice Chronic Conditions managed to save the plan about $500,000. Now that's the plan where the lady came and did a presentation a couple years ago, and she said if she couldn't save us at least 15%, she'd give us all our money back. Well, they did. They saved us that and some.
Yeah. Sean, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think it was like, and I'm just going off memory, it was like $145,000 that she was going to guarantee to save us, and
Yes.
she saved how much?
$500,000.
Yeah.
So she backed it up, which I was shocked. I wasn't anticipating, in other words, but she did. We marketed your account to 23 markets, so basically we went back out and remarketed everything out to the market and everything. The trend for 26 is about a 12% increase, but your current renewal came in at 6.12%. When we went out and looked at everything, we did find one place where we could save you some money, and that was by changing your reinsurance. Now, the reinsurance doesn't affect anything with networks. It doesn't affect anything with copays. It doesn't really affect anything with the plan. The only thing it does is the reinsurance is your insurance. So you're on the hook for $200,000, and anything above that, that's what reinsurance pays for. So it's like the county has a health insurance policy that pays for everything over $200,000. Well, by moving over to that plan, we actually, your increase is going to 3.55%. So instead of 6.12%, it's going to be 3.55%. Last year, we came to the meeting and you were getting a 6% increase at that time. Well, after the meeting, we kept fighting with some of the companies and we were able to get it where it was only a 2% rate increase on you. So this year, we have moved you to the 180, and they are going to be your new reinsurers. We know them. We are very happy with them, with the service they provided. So they agreed to do it lower. There's not any lasers either, which means that they don't target any one person and say, we're going to cover everybody except for that one guy. They don't do that. They didn't do that, so we're good on that end. So realistically, the only thing that we're changing in the plan this year is going to be the reinsurance. That's it. And like I said, it doesn't affect the day-to-day operations. The employees won't see any change. It's all internal change is all it is. Also, the health fair, just so you know, I always talk about the health fair. Health fair was very well attended this year, as it has been in the past years. We still have a really good working relationship with Wayne Memorial Hospital. They are doing great. They have turned out to be a great partner for the county and everything, so we're very, very happy with that, how that process is going. And we're looking at possibly expanding some of the things that we do at the health fair for next year. So we're in talk with a couple of folks and with the hospital about that. So, any questions?
So national average increase is 12%, and we're going at 3.55.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And the only thing different, this reinsurance covers anything over 200,000 that our employees concur, that we would concur.
That's right.
So basically, like you said, Wayne County has an insurance policy that covers anything over 200,000.
Correct. That's correct.
And that's how that sort of helped us get down to 3.55 or
Yes, sir.
whatever it is.
Yes, sir. So basically, if we would have stayed where we were going to be getting a 6.12% by staying with the same reinsurance carrier. But instead of doing that, we went out to the market, 23 different companies that we went out to, and 180 was the best. Now, they weren't the absolute best, but the price difference in Sun Life and 180 is marginal, and we know 180. We know they're a good company. We feel comfortable with them by moving to them. We don't really know Sun Life a whole lot, so that's why we did not choose them, even though it's a little bit lower on the rate. But we have gone out and marketed this thing to several different companies, trying to get the best rate for you guys.
Thank you.
And that's part of our job.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, Sean.
Yep, thank you.
All right, citizens' concerns, we have none. Public hearings, none. Old business, none. New business, consider and approve preliminary plat for the Sandalwood subdivision. I don't see our code enforcement here. They meet all the requirements
Yes, sir.
for the county.
Yep.
Brandon's here if you need to
Well,
ask questions
actually,
too.
Mr. Wilkinson's here.
Yeah.
From Goose Creek, if anybody has any questions in reference to Sandalwood.
But I will say, I do love the meetings when y'all don't. But I haven't to answer any, I'll just give a brief rundown where everybody's looking at it. So this will be served by individual well and individual, or it'll be served by a community EPD system that will be privately owned, and then individual septic. It will be about 155 lots. We should have met all the requirements from what I understand. We did try, you'll see at the front, we are showing the two entrances. They are incredibly close together, but again, we were trying to meet the requirements that were imposed on us. Tried about every way we could to get to it somewhere else and make a little bit more sensible second entrance, but nobody would sell or call back. So we had a couple, we thought we were going to make it, but it didn't pan out. Still going to try, so maybe by final plat we'll have it all squared away, but that's about it. The paved road as required, there will be roadside ditches. which have really good soils out here, which will infiltrate pretty good. So expecting a pretty good product out here. But happy to answer any questions that anybody has.
I see where you're doing about 30 homes for the first stage.
Yes, sir.
What's the lag time between stage 1, stage 2?
It'd be probably a little market dependent on that. They have been selling really well in other places, so in general, probably 6 months, 6 to 12 months between, depends. Could be quicker, could be slower, yes, sir. But they will be in about 30 lot chunks is how they would progress.
Right.
I say that might be a little quick.
Depends on sales.
Heavily depends on sales.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep. We won't hold you to it, no.
I appreciate that.
Any more questions for this gentleman? Thank you for the expansion in Wayne County.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
So I make a motion, we approve this preliminary plat for the Sandalwood subdivision.
I'll second that.
Any more questions, comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary.
Yes. If you want to go, you can go. All right, next item, consider and approve minimum bid amount for parcel number 98-67, and that's at 311 Oak Ridge Road. We did get some paperwork on that. And just to clarify some of the numbers, does y'all's look like mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the numbers. So they put it on the courthouse steps, is what they normally say. Let me see if I got the right one. Oak Ridge Road. So that one was put on there. The taxes owed on it are $15,886.55. They tried to sell it for $17,124.13 as a minimum bid, and they got nothing on it, so that's why it's turned back over to us. We have looked at these properties and tried to best decide what would be a bid that would get it off of us and get it back on the tax books. And that bid is a minimum bid of $10,000. Does anybody have a problem with that? That's 2 acres of land.
Yeah, I
With
see
the-
it's got a building on it, so assuming it's got a deep well and a septic tank, and I talked with Paul about that earlier today, $10,000 will just get you a septic tank and a deep well. I understand about the house being dilapidated and everything. I'm thinking more like 12, just saying. But if everybody feels like 10's significant enough to get it back on the tax digest, I'll be for it. So,
Well, the only thing I saw was you looking at probably 4,000 or 5,000 to get that house out of there, because that'll be it's not repairable, I don't think.
right, it's in pretty rough shape. That's my only comment, is that, you're
Okay.
getting the land free if you got a deep well and a septic tank.
Right.
But if that's what it takes to get it back on the, so we can get tax revenue from it, I'm for it.
Okay.
So we're gonna advertise it at a lower price, is that what we're doing?
Well, whatever price that y'all set, yes, sir.
Okay.
We'll have a minimum bid, and then whoever
Okay.
bids on it be a sealed bid,
Right,
and that would
okay.
justify the bottom. So y'all good with 10,000,
I'm okay.
just to
Yes.
get it back on the tax record?
Yes.
All right, well, I make a motion that we set that at $10,000 minimum bid on parcel number 98-67, 311 Oak Ridge Road.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any more questions, comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes,
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Next one we have is, consider and approve minimum bid amount for parcel number 97-46-2, and that is on Roth Road. We did have, I think, had some interest in this since the tax sale. We don't have what they put it up for, but we've had some interest. And, I think if we set that one at 4,700 for the minimum bid.
Is that in form of a motion?
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Any question, comment, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Franks?
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon?
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes. Next item is consider and approve minimum bid for parcel number J1-39, and that is at 215 Lindsay Street.
That's in town, in the city limits?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Off of 4th Street going towards Martha Rawls on the left.
okay.
And I do realize there's a lot of taxes owed on these. I think it has slipped through the cracks too long, and that's why these numbers are so high. But for us to lower that amount and be able to get something for it and get it back on the tax books, I think we would be a step ahead by doing that rather than trying to wait around and get that amount of money out of it, because it's 12,800 and some change on taxes owed, and it shouldn't have ever gone that long.
It's not but a little over a third of an acre, so
Yeah.
it ain't
Yeah.
much there.
That's right. So I make the motion that we set this one at $4,000.
I'll second that.
Any questions, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gordon?
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Franks?
Yes.
Next item, closure of Lake Grace for the boat races, which we do every year. Boat races will be held April the 9th through the 12th, 2026. And we have to close it to the public so that they can run safely out there. I make a motion that we close Lake Grace from April the 9th through April the 12th, 2026 for the boat races.
I'll second it.
Madam Clerk?
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Franks?
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon?
Yes.
Item F, consider and approve phone system proposal. We had several bids on that. The lowest bidder was Centricom at $2,639.70 per month. Is that correct? Okay.
And we're currently paying $29.18,
That's right.
$59.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I make a
I'll-
motion that we go with, what was the company you said?
Centricom.
Citricom,
Okay.
phone services.
I'll second that. Any more comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Franks?
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon?
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes. Next item is, hold on. I need to make sure I've got my, hold on.
That's good.
This sheet right
Next item, consider and approve, quotes on an excavator. We have those quotes. The low bid was $311,900.00 for a John Deere excavator. We did get 3 bids, I believe. I know we got 2.
Caterpillar and
Oh, yeah,
Volvo.
we got several.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, that was the lowest bidder. I spoke with Mr. McReady, and he said we've got good service out of them for years, so I make the motion that we go with them, and this is coming out of general budget, because we budgeted for that in our 2026 budget.
I'll second that.
Any questions?
This is a John Deere,
Yes,
I
sir.
understand.
Yes, sir. 200.
And they gave us a good, on our old one, I think it was 29,000.
Yeah, that's right.
So that helped us a lot too.
Yep.
And they explained to me, and I have to sell anybody on John Deere, but, you know, that other one was like 20-something years old, and it was one of the most reliable. It just happened to, it wore out.
That's right.
So I think it's a win-win.
At some point, it gets to the point where you're paying more to keep them up than it is just to go ahead and buy a new one. And
And we're saving, what, $88,000 according to what we budgeted for, because we budgeted for
Yeah.
around 400,000.
that's right.
So
How many hours was on that machine, Mr. Elton? 20 years old? Yeah.
You're getting all the attachments you need? Okay.
did you make a motion?
Yeah, we got a motion and a second, correct, Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm good.
Go ahead and call roll, please.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Franks?
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon?
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Item H, consider and approve purchasing a road widener. It is, before we had a blessing where we were able to rent one, and we didn't have to own one, and I think it's gonna be a plus for the county to be able to have that on hand, so we don't have to go rent one every time. They did give us several prices that they could get these machines for. I would like to make sure we get them enough so when they bid on it, they don't have to go back and come back before us to get a little bit more money. And I'm sure Mr. Elton and them are gonna be very wise in spending that money, so whatever's left will remain in SPLOST 5, but that's where the money will come from. And I make a motion that we set that at $90,000 for them to have a fund to pull out of to buy a road widener.
I'll second that.
Everybody good?
Yeah,
That-
the money that we saved on the excavator, now we get another
Yeah.
piece of machinery, so it's a good thing.
I saw that also.
And I will say this road widener, if you've been on one of the roads that's been done, it is a blessing. I'm telling you. I think it saves lives and tires.
Commissioner Thomas's road, they just got through doing Dr. Town Road.
Yeah.
And it's, whew, they said it was 4 inches, but I'm telling you, I've been
Yeah.
down there, it was a big drop off.
That's true.
Yep,
Well, you can use so much less material in doing that rather than spot dumping and trying to put it in with a motor grader.
right.
You do that, then you tear up the new center line, edge lines, you have to repaint it and all too. So this is just a lot more efficient, a lot more cost effective.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to say, if y'all want to try it out, Post Road's got some low.
That's probably our next project.
We got a motion and a second.
Yes.
Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Franks?
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon?
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Jared Huffman. Consider and approve purchase of SCBA's for fire department. You want to come up and talk about them? It's not a choice.
So what this is, the SCBA is the air packs we wear when we're fighting fire. It's part of what we talked about before, upgrading some of our older equipment, trying to get some newer stuff in. I think you got 2 quotes in your packet. One of them is from Worth Industries and one of them is from 10-8 Fire and Safety. The one from Worth Industries is the one I'm requesting approval to purchase. This isn't a company we normally do business with. They actually sell to industrial places like Rainier. That's how they got in touch with me to let me know they had these. One of the safety guys out there told them to reach out to me because these are the same air packs that we bought some of last year that we're working on switching all of them over to. They bought these back in 2023 to sell to a company. The company backed out of the purchase, and now they have them available. So they are a couple years old, but they're still brand new in the box. They've never been used. They'll function test them before they sell them to us. And they're drastically discounted over what a brand new one would be to buy today.
And this is from 10-8 you're
Now,
talking?
this is from Worth Industries.
Okay.
Worth Industries.
The 10-8 quote that you have, that is one I may come back to you in a month or two to request some additional funds for some of those. Those are kind of brand new ones. They buy a bunch of them every year for the Metro Atlanta Firefighters Conference. They let the students use them for the conference, then they decon them, clean them, and resell them immediately. So they're basically brand new, but they are also discounted. So I gave you that quote as kind of a comparison to show you. These other ones are still brand new in the box. The 10-8 fire safety quote, those are one-time use air packs that are brand new. And then just today, I finally got the other quote back from him so that you know, a brand new one that's not used, not, old stock sitting on a shelf, the SCBA itself is $7,840. So the one from Worth Industries is roughly half that price to buy. The full setup, cylinder and everything is right at $10,000 if you bought them, just placed a normal order today. Worth Industries, you're looking at $5,000 for one pack. Now, they only have 18 of the actual harnesses and only 12 of the cylinders, so we don't have an exact match for it, but like I said, that's what we're switching over to. So later on in the year, I'd be asking to buy some more stuff, so we have a full 18.
So these will be compatible with Odom and Scriven and all the other volunteer?
For all the county stations.
Okay.
That's what we're looking at. Now, the city uses a different brand, but those are a little bit more expensive than what we're buying. They have some other features that I just don't know that we need out in the county.
Tell me this, the expiration date is stamped on these, right?
The manufacturer date's stamped on them.
Okay, so the expiration, will that be affected since they're brand new in the box?
Yes,
'Cause-
you have to go off the date that they're stamped by, and that sets out your test intervals and everything. That's why he's discounted them so much over what a brand new one costs. Because we did, now the cylinders are manufactured December 2023. So we've only really lost about 2 years off of those.
What's the life expectancy?
The SCBA itself, you can get 15, 20 years out of them. The cylinders, you're typically replacing every 10 years now.
So basically the cylinders are what?
Those are the things that when they hit life,
Yeah.
I mean, you can send them off and have them retested, recalibrated, recertified.
Right.
That costs almost the same price as just buying a brand new.
Yeah, I know maybe 2 years ago we talked about this when we were buying some used ones and we was trying to fade out the other ones because they weren't compatible and the people didn't, the packs on them was bad and the guys couldn't go crawl through when they were doing their testing and everything. So you're saying this is the brand that you were, this Worth Industry, these are the ones that you, as a firefighter, would prefer wearing,
Yes, they're MSA packs.
right?
Worth Industries is the company that's selling them, but they are MSAs. And if you remember last year, just a few months ago, we bought 10 of these exact same.
I do remember that. I just didn't remember they were from Worth though. I
They were
remember.
not from Worth last year. no.
Okay.
They were from 10-8 last year. And those were also some of the ones that came from the conference that were discounted.
Right.
So we did get them at less than brand new pricing last year.
So as a subject matter expert, you're telling us that if you had a preference, you go with the Worth. You think it's a better deal?
Yes.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, they are brand new in the box. They've never been used.
You're the subject matter expert.
Absolutely. I feel like this is a good enough deal that we should go ahead and move forward with it.
I'm good.
You making that as a
I will
motion?
make a motion for the Worth.
I'll second it.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
Is that all they have?
That is all they have.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just checking.
Jared, I'm a little bit confused on the two bids, 10-8 and Worth. It looks like 10-8 bid 10 units and Worth bid 12, is that right?
So Worth actually has 18 of the harnesses without the cylinder itself and only 12 cylinders, just because that's all they had. The one from 10-8 was just a quote I requested from them, just so we'd have some comparison numbers for each individual item.
And that was for 10 or 12?
It was for 10, they sent me a quote for 10
Complete?
of everything.
Okay.
Just because that's how they try to package them with these conference packs that they sell. They try to sell them in quantities of 10, and so that's just the quote he sent me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any more questions, comments, concerns?
One other question. I know we had budgeted for some of this.
It is.
It's budgeted item.
This will come out of the general fund.
Well, I apologize, Mr. Chairman. That's what I thought. Because he's got a line item for other equipment, and I looked at it and thought that's where it was coming from. But then I talked to him right before the meeting, and it's coming out of, he's going to use up the rest of his SPOS 4 money and then a little bit of SPOS 5.
Okay.
So he'll still have that, I think there's $110,000 in his other equipment line item budget. So he'll still have that to come back to
spend.
y'all and
Yeah.
spend.
Well, that's good to know that
Well,
SPOS is
I
taken
said
care
I
of.
might come back in a month or two to get the
I
rest of
understand.
it, so.
Well, we want our people to have the equipment they need to save lives and make
For
sure they're
sure.
protected.
Yes, sir. And I promise you all the volunteers are very appreciative of all the support they do.
Yeah. Any update on the trucks?
The new trucks?
Uh-huh.
New trucks are both here. They are 99% in service. They're coming back this week to fix a couple little issues that we found after they were delivered, but they're both in service and being used now.
Good.
Once we've got everything completely squared away on it, I'll see about maybe next month bringing one of them up here where y'all can take a look at it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all can drive it around, go to some fires. Plenty of woods fires going on in the past few days, so we can help we can get with those.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas, you want to read J or you want me to read it?
Mr. Chairman, I wouldn't deprive you of that. I just want to hear it.
You do? Okay. I'm going to say it real loud, okay?
Slow.
Consider and approve bids for concrete slab for senior center. Finally.
Yes.
We had 2 bids. The lowest bid was B&B Concrete Services. $91,100.00. I'll open the floor for a motion to approve this bid.
Mr. Chairman, I so move.
Yes, sir. I'll second that.
Hallelujah.
They are from Wayne County too, I understand. So that's a win-win-win.
Yep, that's right. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks.
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
I can go visit the senior citizen down there now, huh?
Yeah, they won't kick you
I've been
out.
avoiding them last couple of weeks. Old lady's gonna jump me down there.
That's right. All right, item K, Wayne County, to consider and approve Wayne County health insurance renewal at the 3.55% increase. I'll make that in the form of a motion.
I'll second that.
Any comments, concerns? Was that all I needed to put in that, was the 3.55? Okay.
I just want to say, Wayne County Memorial, people don't realize, if you're in Wayne County, you don't realize what they do for our county. They hook up with, and Sean explained it to me, and they've explained it to me before to this board and everything. They do a lot of things for Wayne County where we would have to pay to have examinations and all kind of stuff done. So if you see anybody on that board, you tell them thank you. They're a team player.
What board?
The board for the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary.
Yes. Next item, appointments, we have none. Items with the county administrator, he has none. Go ahead.
I'll make this quick, Mr. Chairman. I was just going to let y'all know, as y'all know, week or two ago, we had the eggs and issues, so the legislative session has kicked off for the year. And typically when that happens, we are constantly looking at House bills that are dropping to see how they're going to affect us. The biggest one right now is House Resolution 1114 and House Bill 11116. Both of those have to do with doing away with homestead property tax. From an individual homeowner, that is a great thing. The biggest issue is, from this board's standpoint, is what that final bill is going to look like and how to replace that revenue. They've got a plan out there, but, as you well know, it'll probably change some by the end of legislative season, but it is a election year, so they're going to have something, and it'll go to a referendum in November more than likely. So anyway, we'll keep y'all updated with that, but it's going to be a big impact on how we operate as a county government. There's no doubt about that. The only thing I was going to say in relation to that, and I stuck mine up here, so that information was kind of for the county government folks. As a homeowner, what you really need to do is ensure that if you own a home and land, that you have homestead exemption. The easiest way to do that, without having to come up here to the assessor's office, is if you'll go to Q Public, and this is mine, you pull up the screen and it shows you all your information on your house. It'll say homestead exemption, and it'll either say yes or no, and there'll be an S out beside it. If it says yes and there's an S, then you have homestead exemption. So when this thing goes to referendum in November, which it will, and I promise you it will pass. Every property tax relief we've seen in the state of Georgia, all 159 counties have passed it. This one's going to pass too, there's no doubt, once it gets there. When it does, you will automatically get this exemption, and they're going to feather it in over till 2032. And at that point, what they're saying is that if you own a home, you will not be paying property tax anymore, is what they're currently saying. That may change
If
before the
you own a
legislature's
home
over.
and it's under homestead exemption.
Under homestead exemption. That's what you need to make sure, that homestead exemption's on your property. So that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Isn't it currently at $5,000, Mr. Beaver?
The homestead exemption?
Yeah.
Well, we went to that floating homestead exemption. So the old metric used to be 3,000 from the county, 2,000 from the state. You're correct. But after they implemented the new constitutional amendment to bring it's the floating homestead now. So there's not a set value for it.
Okay. Y'all get all that?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. County clerk?
All right, your budget review for December 2025, revenues $3,027,076.40. Expenditures $2,463,314.13. And you'll see the note there. Please note that many invoices paid in January 2026 will be posted back to December 2025 if the goods or services were purchased during calendar year 2025. As a result, some line items reflect higher than anticipated expenditures at year end. Several departments are currently over budget. The most significant variances are outlined below. Budget amendments for fiscal year 25 will be included on the agenda for the March meeting. Departments with budget overages for December 2025. Financial administration, 38.37% is due to the countywide insurance claims. State court, 46.13%, rental of equipment and vehicles and accident claims due to the courthouse fire. Juvenile court, 0.13%, advertising expenses. Public defender, 0.73%, the public defender grant, the change in the contract price mid-year. Probation, 46.23%. replacement of equipment and items due to the courthouse fire. And you know, we no longer have that department with the county. EMS, 2.53%, longevity and vehicle towing. E911, 7.43%, equipment repairs and maintenance due to lightning storm. Street lights, 26.14%, increase in price, plus that we added the lighting at the roundabout on Rayonier Road. Solid waste disposal, 1.64%, tipping fees. Building inspection, 14.82%. The salaries, FICA, and retirement, moving the secretary under his department. Tourism is 46.62%, and that's the hotel motel tax. So whatever we normally collect on hotel motel tax, we cut a check to the tourism board. And then the over financial summary, county revenues were 7.19% higher than budgeted, and county expenditures were 8.55% under budget. And then your fund balances as of January the 31st, 2026. General fund, $9,246,241.76. Lost treasury, $8,483,216.67. Restricted accounts, SPLOST 4, $4,356,469.64. T-SPLOST, $7,546,423.26. American Rescue Plan, $1,380,205.53. Revolving Loan Fund, $22,720.11. SPLOST 5, $2,684,539.44. And then the SPLOST 5 Construction Fund balance as of 12/31/2025 is $15,911,919.16. And that's all, Chairman.
Thank you.
Hey, can I ask a question? I know last time we talked about it, we felt fairly comfortable that we were gonna come in under budget. Are we still feeling that? I know it takes, about into February where we're at right now, or maybe a little longer, so everything to get, the books to get closed out. So how are we looking?
Well, as you see on the slide there and what the clerk just said, right now we're 8.55% under budget for the year.
For the year.
Now, there are going to be some miscellaneous stuff that she will end up having to credit back to 2025 that we're actually going to pay out in January. But, I mean, as it stands, it looks like we're going to be under budget for the 2025 year.
Roughly 7-8%.
Possibly.
That's awesome.
We'll know more
We'll know more.
in March, but yes, as it stands right now, and I don't know how many she has outstanding that she's got to credit back, but right now it's 8.5% under budget.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job.
Commissioner Thomas?
Listen, I tell you what, as I say this again, our road department, I travel all over the state, they're doing a great job. They just don't realize that we keep the best roads in the state. And that's I've been hearing that for years. And I'm saying that, and I think we are finally believing it. But I want to commend them for that. Next thing is, thank you, Mr. Administrator, for, keep my senior citizens in the forefront. Materials, how we're looking for materials for the, coming up with the building.
Brandon, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going off of memory, I'm thinking they said metal on the ground either March or April, or am I thinking about equestrian? Or it's about, I was thinking it was about that same time frame, because one of the things that I know Mr. Purcell has talked to the concrete folks about is go ahead and getting that pad done, so that way when metal's on the ground, they're not waiting on anybody.
Yeah.
They're going to start standing. So.
Okay. Good enough. Thank you so much.
Good.
That's it for me, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
So I understand that we're breaking some ground for our for the dog pound.
Clearing's been done.
Been done?
Just staked out the
Foundation?
Holding the field in there, that'll be happening sometime the next week or so.
Awesome. Because I have 4 or 5 people in my district that constantly ask me about that. So that would be welcoming news for them. The other thing is the courthouse. Are we still about where we're at? Or is the scraping and the insurance? We found a company projected when it's going to be done.
So here's the plan right now. We just got this week, we got the latest, Friday, I think it was, ServPro gave us their final invoice. And I can't remember, it was $900,000 total for their cleanup restoration, in which we've sent that. We verified it through our insurance adjusters, and they said yes, that's what they expected, basically. So the one thing we're waiting on now is for Parrish to, I can't remember who it was that they went out to basically price out the cost for the repairs on the existing courthouse for the courthouse fire. And of course, they're going to have to stay in line with the insurance model. Now, what the plan is that they're going to start, I think we're still on schedule for groundbreaking somewhere around April for the courthouse annex. Well, their plan is to start both projects at the same time and have those finished at the same time, both of them. So it'll be one grand opening, the courthouse fire renovated, and then the new annex as well. So, yeah. And I'm not going to say. I'm just going to say this, it's working out well from the standpoint that Parrish has been able to, them and our architects have been able to incorporate both the new building, the annex, and the old one. They're going to be able to incorporate everything, so it's going to be basically one system. AC, all that stuff is going to be just one complete system. All your low voltage, your security stuff, everything's going to be controlled together.
Is there any blessing that come out of that?
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You got them
Absolutely.
both working there together, and it's one system. You know what I mean? That's
All new.
all new. That's going to be a blessing. If there's there's always a silver lining. That's the silver lining. That's all I have.
Okay. Mr. Franks?
Well, I want to say we're getting closer to having a cover for our arena out at the Ag Complex, and I think you're talking 8-10 weeks out. So put us maybe a building on the ground, not erected, but hauled in sometime in April. So I'm getting excited about that. They hauled a lot of dirt in there the last few days, and we're getting the arena built up. And it's starting to look like an arena. I'm excited.
Is the fence up?
Huh?
The fence up?
The fence?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fence has been up.
Right.
Yeah, we put the fence up 2 years ago.
No, around
The panels.
No, we haven't put any panels up. Once I get the building erected, then we can put up the panels.
Good.
I'll probably put up all the panels for the 3 arenas.
Okay.
Cowboys are wanting to put up panels, I'm telling you.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Commissioner Gordon?
I'm not directing this at anybody, but between Mr. Elton and Brandon, maybe y'all want to say something about Oglethorpe Road and Tank Road. I've been contacted 5 different people in the past 2 days, and their complaints is, number one, the road was better off before it was paved. Number 2, the driveways. There's big lips on the driveways. Mine is 4 inches from the road down to my drive with no taper off at all. And that's the complaints I'm getting, and I'm hoping that, I know the DOT's done some tests about the smoothness of the road, and that's kind of out of whack there, but I'm hoping we can hold these people to their feet to the fire, and I know they haven't been paid, but I'm very disappointed, and I know y'all are too. I'm very disappointed in the quality of work.
Yes. disappointment more on Tank than I am Oglethorpe. Oglethorpe has some issues as well.
To the mic.
Sorry. They still have not done the shoulder work. I'm hoping that takes care of a lot of the lip. I know yours is a concrete driveway.
Yeah.
The other ones, is it concrete as well, or were they or is this more of the dirt road?
Some are both, they're both. Some are concrete, some are asphalt, some are dirt.
Yeah, I know the shoulder work hasn't happened yet, so
Yeah.
that is something I'm trying to stay on them.
They were out there
Urgency is not,
they were out there today doing some dirt work on
okay, I didn't see them today then.
Tank, yeah.
Good. So that should take care of some of them. The ones like the concrete, we'll have to have some more discussion about that, how we're going to resolve it. There's a couple trains of thought on the hold them to the fire, whether we want to create a layer between the county and them, or if we want to do it in-house on repairs. When we had DOT, they ran a smoothing machine, which basically they ride it, and there's a tolerance they're supposed to keep under. 900 is like millimeters per kilometer is the way it's wrote up. So they're supposed to stay under 900. There wasn't any sections that missed. So everything was, I think, the lowest mile we had was 1050, then we had 1250s, 1350s for the remainder of it. So it's way above the acceptable tolerance, and that's the way our contractors wrote up. They're supposed to meet DOT standards per the current standards and supplements. So that's in our contract that they're supposed to meet it. So we don't have to pay them until they meet it. I think we paid them, I think it was a quarter of the project so far for Tank. And I think we're, correct me, is it 2/3 we paid them on Oglethorpe?
I think so. Mhm.
So we haven't paid them fully on either road, Tank especially. That was deliberately. Coming up with a game plan now. We want them to go ahead and finish the road. We didn't want an uneven road with 2 lanes. That way somebody gets in a wreck, wind up suing the county. So we want them to finish it, but now we got to go back and figure out the repairs and what extent that is. The work is just, it's terrible.
Yeah.
If you go look at what another contractor in the same area has done compared to this one, it's night and day. Same thing with the flaggers. I've had trouble constantly with the flaggers, not being there, not doing what they're supposed to do. Guys coming head on at each other, flaggers not just, it's been a nightmare on this project,
Yeah.
which the flagger's a sub of the contractor, so he's supposed to maintain them, make sure they're doing it right, so they weren't doing that. Just don't have anything nice to say about it, other than they've got a product down, but we still got to come up with what game plan we want to do to fix it. A lot of the areas, if we go and have a mill out, wherever they start the milling out, then we're going to have a rough joint. So limiting the number of joints we have is one thing we're looking at, but again, we want a smooth product. And if it means we got to smooth the whole road out and mill it, we'll have to look at that. And that's why I'm pursuing the option. I want to get a price to see what it would cost, just to have us a layer in case this comes to court in a lawsuit. I just want to pursue that, see what it would cost us to do that, just to have that extra layer of protection between us and them. Because I can see it going to court easy on this, because they've already, when they had to go back and mill it out for the level layer, that probably ate every bit of profit they had on the project and then some. So I'm sure we're going to have we're potentially going to have a fight on our hands on this one. But that's kind of where I'm at on it at the moment. I did contact the company to try to get a price. I should have it in the next 10 days, I think, from now, just to see what they would charge if we brought in a third party to look at it. Oglethorpe, there's a couple areas that I'd like to see fixed, but it wasn't near as bad as Tank. Tank's just a rough ride.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where you came from. It is rougher than what we started with, but
So-
it's wider.
Milling you out, of course, is one option. Are there other options?
You can come back and pave on top of it, do like another level layer and then a topping. Wherever you start and stop that at, you're going to have a hill or a bump in the road,
Yeah.
just from the transition. So that is an option. It's not the best option. The milling, it's kind of like out there on Rainier Road. That was milled out and smoothed. You can feel it when you go across it, but it's not as bad. That's when they do a job correctly. If we go back and get the same company to do these repairs, we'll have to see what kind of repair job they actually do. I don't like paving when it's cold like this. We tried to set it up where they weren't going to be doing this. They're supposed to be finished in November. That didn't happen. And when they got so far along, how it was left when they did the level, which is terrible. So we wanted a product that people could drive on safely. You know, we got, it's better than what that level layer was. That level layer was just so awful.
Yeah. So as far as the constituents, we are working on it and maybe bringing in a third party to do what?
To basically do an inspection and a repair plan.
Okay.
And then if we chose to, we could also have them do the inspection on the repairs as well. And again, that's just to create a layer between the county and the contractor. If it does come to court, they won't just say we're picking on them. We say, no, this was a professional company, came out and inspected it. This is DOT standards. That's what the company I contacted is.
Okay.
They're very
Well,
good.
Well, thank you, Brandon. I know it's been a nightmare.
It is.
Yeah.
Sykes Brothers is the paving contractor on this one. They did both Oglethorpe and Tank.
Thank y'all for holding them to it.
Bob, it was a classic example of, we took the low bid like government always does, and that's what we ended up with.
And on that one, Kia, so we had to go with the lowest bidder. We didn't have an
Well,
option.
right, yeah, yeah.
Sykes Brothers office, I know they got, that sounds right.
By day, your lines, Tatnall County, somewhere over in that area, yeah.
By day or line.
That's all I have.
Okay. And we had a similar incident on Stanfield Road. Remember?
That was American Industries.
That's right. It was not the same company, but we had one where in our contract it says that they are to be held to DOT standards, and I think that's a good thing that we've got in there, because that lets them know that they can't get away with just anything and us be, taxpayers spend good money on these roads, so we want to get them right. So thank y'all for holding them to it. Hopefully it'll be straightened out by the next November. All right, that's all. I don't have anything. I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Who's second?
Do,